Hello, you lovely West Ham fans. It's Nick from Claret and Booze. I've got a really exciting show for you today. This is the type of show I've been waiting to make all window. Got some good news, finally. Okay, now look, before we get into that, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. It does help us. And don't forget, drop a like on the video. I'll go on later on to talk about the Caduce updates and everything else. But to start off with, what has been West Ham's main issue for the past few years? Midfield, central midfield. We've been desperate for a midfield destroyer. Absolutely desperate. Somebody with a bit of culture, with a bit of flair, with a bit of fight, a bit of grit. Somebody that's played at the top of the game. And yeah, I'm pleased to let you know that West Ham have finally got the services of a top-level player who captains his country. A player that's just got a player of the tournament at the Gold Cup. He scored the winning goal and he got the man of the match in central midfield in the final. And that man's already here. It's Edson Alvarez, and I've got a lot to say about this in a minute. But for now, I want you to watch this because I think we all need a little bit of a reminder.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. A kind of magic. One dream, one soul, one prize, one goal, one golden glance of what should be. It's a kind of magic. One shaft of light that shows the way. No mortal man can win this day. It's a kind of magic. The bell that rings inside your mind is challenging the doors of time. It's a kind of magic. The waiting seems eternity. The day will dawn on Saturday. Is this the kind of magic? It's a kind of magic. There can be all we want. This rage that lasts 1,000 years will soon be done. This flame that burns inside of me, I'm hearing secret harmonies. It's a kind of magic. The bell that rings inside your mind is challenging the doors of time. It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. This rage that lasts 1,000 years will soon be done. This is a kind of magic. There can be only one. This rage that lasts 1,000 years will soon be done. It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic, magic.
And we've got our man right in the base of our midfield. It's sorted, people. Don't you worry about it. Imagine how good this player will be when he's not having to carry the burden of Thomas Souček and James Ward-Prowse, two of the slowest central midfielders in the country. Is he the quickest? No, he ain't. But what he is a specialist. He's a destroyer. Have you noticed? Did you see when he wins the ball how he plays forward? That's the problem for Potter. That's why he likes James Ward-Prowse there, because James Ward-Prowse don't play those forward passes. If he wins the ball, he breaks up play, he either runs forward or he passes forward. He's fucking phenomenal, but he's playing without belief at the moment. Playing without belief. This madness has got to stop. It's got to stop. I'm sorry. Kudus going out. Alvarez going out. People are celebrating his amazing performance in the Gold Cup, getting a man of the match performance, scoring the winning goal in central midfield, to lift that trophy, to say, oh, his value's gone up. That's good. We'll sell him. I can't understand the thinking of these people. All of these players, it seems like all of the mercenaries in our team, the horrible players, they're all the good ones. So why is that? Why is it that Paqueta's a problem, Kudus is a problem, Füllkrug's a problem, Alvarez is a problem, Noah Aguirre, one of the fastest defenders in Europe, he's a problem? Why is that? Why do they not want to be here? Why does nobody ask themselves that question anymore? Because at the end of the day, we know what it is. I said when Potter came in, we are going to have to downgrade this team because, do you know what? I think that these players make him feel insignificant. I think they do. I think he struggles to get his message across. When you look at the amount of bad decisions, the amount of bad lineups, when people point to Kudus, for instance, and they go, oh, he looks moody, he looks this. Every single one of us were moody last year. How many times were you frustrated and perplexed with a lineup? How many times were you frustrated with the tactics, the dull tactics? How many times were you pulling your hair out at defensive changes late in games that cost us points? Why is it that you think that you're allowed to feel like that, but that isn't going to translate to the players, and they'll start to lose belief in the man, in the people in charge? These top players, the difference between top players and average players is that they don't want to win; they need to win. It crushes them. We want these types of players. I don't want them to go. I really don't. And we don't have to sell them now. They're under contract. But you know what? We want to sell them. That's what it is. Because it's too uncomfortable in that changing room when you've got a manager that can't manage them. So what's the plan then? If big players are going to cause a problem for Potter, we're going to sell all of our current ones and not buy any more, because in 6 months, they'll go exactly the same way. It's going to have to be quiet, submissive, subservient. That's the type of players that we want. Because players like this don't need to be taught how to play football. They really don't. When you've got an average team of players, maybe tactics, real in-depth tactics will play a part. But when you've got such ballers that we've got on this display, that team does not need to be told how to play football. It really don't. I'm beyond concerned with this. I am. Alvarez, it's just been proven. How are people celebrating that and not asking the question why? Why is Alvarez able to perform for his country the way he did for us when he first came in, which dismisses he ain't fit for the Premier League bollocks? Because if he ain't fit for the Premier League because of his pace, neither is James Ward-Prowse, neither is Souček, so it kind of dismisses your argument. The fact of the matter is, in the position that he plays, if he's got mobile players around him, which an 8 normally is, and a 10's normally creative, the CDM just sits and covers. That's all they do. They break up play. And do you know what? Do you know the other thing they do? They transition defence to attack. Did you see that video? When he breaks up play, he's on the half turn, he's gone. When he plays forward on a sixpence. That is Edson Alvarez playing with confidence. Playing in a situation where he feels like he's valued. So has he gone to pot for us? Yeah, he has. The same as a lot of them have. Virtually every player didn't play well last season. They didn't. We've got the core elements of a fantastic team, and that's Edson Alvarez, our CDM. Don't make me make you sit through Paqueta's one, Kudus's one, even fucking Füllkrug's one from overseas, Aguirre's one from last year. We've got top class players. The players that we're linked with ain't fit to lace their fucking boots. They're just not. We haven't got to reinvent the fucking wheel. I'm desperate. First of all, that we don't sell Kudus to Spurs. They're taking the piss. They are. The only way that we should be selling Kudus to Spurs, Gio was bang on. And that was if they pay that release clause. Because anything below that release clause, we're giving them the player. We're making a decision to give Spurs that player. That is never going to sit right with me. We've already started getting shitty comments from Spurs fans. Sad cunts that finished below us in the league last year. Already started getting them. You know, like, oh, that's not a rivalry. It's not a rivalry. Why are you appearing on a West Ham fan page then, mate? Exactly. So the fact of the matter is, I can't tolerate Kudus going to Spurs unless they trigger that release clause. It can't happen. Now, I'm going to talk about Kudus. It's the same thing. People see lazy, they see moody. I see angry and pissed off and disillusioned. They're winners. They want to win, and they've got a manager that's holding them back, playing them in the wrong fucking position, and a manager that don't want them. We've been touting around for months now to Kudus, basically saying, we want to sell you. You know, sell you. We want to send you to the desert. But he didn't want to go for the tax-free money. So how can we expect him to be fussy? Because if it was me, if I'm Mohamed Kudus, right, and I'm a West Ham fan, and I was being treated like him, and then West Ham went, I'm going to sell you where we want to sell you. I'd be like, no, you're fucking not. I'm going to choose where I'm going to go. I ain't going to go where it suits you, mate. We're getting angry with the wrong people. Ultimately, fair enough, I'm talking about Potter a lot in this, but it's all down to Sullivan. I said before the window, they're going to use Potter to sell these players. It's going to go to shit, and then they're going to blame Potter. And you know what? Like all the fans are currently blaming Kudus, they'll probably all blame Potter as well. Now, look, I don't like Potter. I really don't. And I'm talking about him a lot because I don't want these players to go. Makes so much more sense to replace a manager that's suited to the team that we've got than keep that man that was shit for 6 months and rip all this up and start again when you ain't even sure if it's going to go right anyway. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. When they start going out the door, when Kudus goes, when Alvarez goes, when fucking Paqueta goes, when Aguirre goes, and they're being replaced with fucking 19, 20-year-old super kids that have played in fucking the Czech Republic and Belgium, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Because at that point, it's a willing self-destruction from West Ham. We're curling up in a fucking ball. They've already said that they could inject money into us this window so that we don't have to sell players, but they're going to do it anyway. That's what they're going to do. Even to Spurs, we're going to have the piss taken out of us by Spurs because Sullivan is a fucking wimp. In other news, Diouf ain't training with the first team for Sparta Prague. They're saying that this deal may get done. It may get done. So hopefully that player comes in. I don't know anything about him. Like I said to you, I'll be amazed if it's an upgrade on Emerson, who is an established European player that's won everything, and he ain't 35. He's a good player. So he's got big shoes to fill. We'll see how he does if he comes in. But this is what I mean. I don't want to see us downgrading all over the pitch. The question that we should be asking is not why, these players, they've not been doing the job, this, that. We shouldn't be pointing at the players. We should be pointing at the manager. This is the manager's job. The manager's job is to get the best out of the players and communicate with them. If he can't, he's failed. He's failing. If what we've got to do is sell everyone because he can't manage them, red fucking flag. But yay, Edson Alvarez had a great tournament, so we might get 5 million extra for him that Potter can go and spend on a fucking 18-year-old from, I don't know, Belarus. I ain't got a fucking clue. I just want us to keep all these players. I do. It ain't over yet. It's going to feel like it's over once this starts happening to me. I can't cope with it.